Peace, diehards. It's your boy Evil, the Anti-Star host of the Dynasty Podcast. I just want to jump on real quick to talk about the NBA free agency. They just started announcing guys renouncing their contracts, becoming free agents and stuff like that. So Anthony Davis is the biggest name on the block. So we're just gonna talk about that stuff, man. So without further ado, let's just get busy. Dynasty Podcast. Let's go. Yeah, man. So I apologize for anybody who was getting a whole bunch of notifications because I was having problems with the stream, but finally got it going right now, man. So we're just gonna talk about it, man. Anthony Davis is a free agent. I know I do a Knicks podcast, whatever, man. So does that mean the Knicks are gonna get Anthony Davis? Are we gonna get into that conversation? Probably not, because he more than likely is gonna sign with the Lakers. But he is a free agent. He is the best guy on the market. So I mean, you got to talk about him. What's the possibility of him coming anywhere but the Lakers? I know LeBron's there. LeBron's still at the top of his game. He might have maybe the way that he's playing, he might play for the next 4 or 5 years, close to the level that he's been playing now. So I mean, if he was to sign with the Lakers, they gave him a big extension to 5 years and stuff like that. I guess LeBron probably would be still good enough to be, to sign that deal with, knowing that you're going to play with LeBron James for all these years and stuff. So I mean, but LeBron James also signed a 3-year deal, to play over there, or a 4-year deal, whatever it was. So I mean, his time is ticking also on this contract, because that's 2 years off the contract. So he has 1 or 2 more years left. So LeBron James himself might have a idea about leaving after a certain amount of years. So then Anthony Davis will be by himself. So that's the drama that has to deal with Anthony Davis. So Anthony Davis might actually leave, but it doesn't always have to be the Knicks, man. So let's look at the cap situation for the teams in the NBA. Now I gotta explain myself here, man. I thought the Knicks had the most cap space for this offseason. But if this is correct here, because I'm gonna use was it sport track, whatever. People like to talk about this website as if it's a paid site, man. This is free like anything else. Just like Basketball Reference, people act like that's like a paid site as well, but it's all free, man. So for people that are watching, Atlanta Hawks, they got $49 million in cap space. Is that correct? If I'm not mistaken, I thought they had a little bit less than that, but according to this, they got $49 million worth of cap space. Knicks have 48. This is after they renounce all their contracts and stuff like that. No cap holds and things of that nature. Detroit Pistons have 37. Sacramento Kings have 30. The Pelicans have just about 30. Charlotte has just about 30. Miami has 24. Phoenix has 20. Toronto has 19. Minnesota has 14. This is kind of shocking to me, because I thought it was only a handful of teams that had cap space. So correct me if I'm wrong, for anyone that's watching, because right now I got Sportscaster on the chat. I'm only on Sportscaster right now. So if you're on Sportscaster, if you could correct me with this cap space stuff, let me know. Because I mean, I'm on the almighty sport track, what is it? Spot track, whatever, however you say the website. This is the website everyone goes to, so are these numbers correct? So anyway, talk about Anthony Davis. Where does Anthony Davis go? Could he possibly go to any of these teams? The team that jumps out at me is the Atlanta Hawks, because I mean, they got Trae Young over there. Trae Young's averaging 27 or whatever points a game he's averaging. Let's take a look at that, man. Atlanta Hawks, man. Atlanta Hawks, when you think about them, you just think of a team just just as bad as the Knicks. They haven't really won a lot. They had a couple runs with decent teams and stuff, but they weren't really primed to actually win anything. So we're just gonna take a look at their roster. So now I'm looking at their roster, and if you guys can see here, they just have a bunch of rookies on the team, actually. So that cap space number might actually be correct. You're talking about Jabari Parker's coming off the books. Jeff Teague, I believe, still had a big contract. He's coming off the books. Who else here? There's a couple other people that might have made a little bit of money that are coming off the books too. So I mean, that's a lot of money coming off the books. And excuse me, I play myself. He's actually averaging 29 points a game. John Collins, actually averaged 21. He also was out before for I think it was like performance enhancing drugs or whatever. So he played 41 games out of the whatever it was, the amount of games that they played for this year. 21 and 10. He had a double double, 20-point double double. Wow, man, that's kind of shocking to look at too. But Trey Young, 29 points and freaking 9 assists, 4 rebounds. He's a beast, man. The shooting numbers are crazy. I mean, so like Anthony Davis could go to a team like that. John Tom Collins could he could play center. Anthony Davis could play center. Yeah, you got a dynamic point guard, probably like the damn near the best point guard in the NBA outside of Steph Curry. Steph Curry was out last year, so I mean Trey Young was it. Trey Young was the best point guard in the NBA in year two. So I mean that's amazing, man. So I mean, who does Atlanta pick? That's something else to think about. If Atlanta has so much cap space, they got to sign somebody. So who would they pick? They really have open spots everywhere. Kevin Huerter is pretty good. DeAndre Hunter's okay. Cam Reddish is okay. These guys might actually blossom without making any signings or trades, but they're in the same boat as the Knicks. The Knicks has a lot of young players as well. But we still got to spend this money. We can't just not spend the money. You got to spend, I think, about 90% of it. So if these teams got to spend 90% of the money, then they got to sign somebody. So it's a possibility that these teams might actually end up picking somebody. So I mean, like what do we do here? What does a team like Atlanta do? So we can look at this also. There's another site that everyone goes to. This is Hoops Hype. I actually like Hoops Hype because of the way they designed the site. So I was looking at some what's that DeMar DeRozan stuff. He also announced his free agency, but this is Anthony Davis. He's like the major free agent. This is like I said, it's Hoops Hype. You can click all these different things there to go to different positions, but this is free agency according to just the big board. You got Brandon Ingram. He's on the Pelicans. The Pelicans can match anything. So it's not. I guarantee that he'll probably be a Pelican next year. Who else we got here? We got Fred VanVleet. Of course. Another team that has money is Detroit. Detroit might actually be in the market for Fred VanVleet because it's close to Canada. He's from Canada. Another thing that I didn't mention in my last podcast was that taxes. I believe NBA players get taxed a lot because it's like America, not America, United States to Toronto. I mean Toronto to Canada. Canada is bigger than just Toronto. But there's like a tax thing that goes with that. So they're tired of getting eaten up with taxes. So, him going to Detroit might actually make sense for them because they actually need a point guard, even though they got the MVP over there, Derrick Rose. So they might look to upgrade the point guard there with somebody that's going to be there for some years. They got Blake Griffin over there and stuff like that. To have Blake Griffin and still have cap space over there, they actually might be in the market for a couple of these guys, man. So I mean, like Fred VanVleet, DeMar DeRozan, I believe he just declined his option. So that's another thing too, man. Because I mean, Detroit don't really have a lot of money, but Detroit, they can make a move to free up more cap space and be able to sign 2 players too. So I mean, I mentioned it also in my last podcast with Fred VanVleet and DeMar DeRozan. The Knicks might actually, with 48 million, they might actually be able to sign both, to 24. Like say like 24 for DeRozan and maybe 20 for, Fred VanVleet. Stranger things have happened. So I mean, the Knicks can actually do that, but Atlanta could do that too. It's kind of bugged out. So I mean, let's just go down. We just do a couple of them. You got Montrezl Harrell, of course. Montrez, he can go to Atlanta. Atlanta is like the new Wakanda. So I could see him going to Atlanta to play with Trey Young. Give him his own team and stuff like that to play with John Collins and stuff. Andre Drummond is there. He can make his way to Atlanta as well. He seems like a type of guy that might enjoy playing for a team like Atlanta in the city. We got Daniel Gallinari, who else? Serge Ibaka. Now as further you get down here, you start to get some more obscure people. This guy Fournier, he actually signed back with his team. Who else? We got Gordon Hayward is another guy that's open, to collect somebody's money. So it's just kind of ill, man. What do I have up here? Still got that. Let's look at the cap space again. So we'll share that screen again. This is the almighty spot rack. Man, I'm from Brooklyn, so pronouncing things are not the best, man. So yeah, like I said, it's like amazing. I'm like today years old when I found out that Atlanta had more cap space than the Knicks. Sacramento Kings, I can't see anybody going to that team, man. I mean, I don't really know what they're doing. There's rumors out there that they're trying to trade De'Aaron Fox. The Pelicans, they got a lot of young guys there, man. So I mean, they got 29 million. They got to spend something. So what do they do with that? Do they go? I would expect that money is goes to Brandon Ingram. Charlotte Hornets. That's another team nobody really wants to go to because what are they doing over there? I wouldn't want to sign there. Like who would go there? I mentioned DeAndre Jordan. These are the type of guys that might actually sign with certain teams like a Charlotte or whatever like that. Minnesota got 14 million. They can pick up somebody. This is pretty interesting, man. So, this is kind of like a prequel to what's going to happen tomorrow. So it's like, it's exciting, man. It's exciting outside of the whole realm of the Knicks. Because the Knicks got 48 mil. We got, like I said, we got to spend 90% of it. So I mean, the Knicks are going to get somebody. Either we're gonna trade for Chris Paul to try to eat up some of that cap, or we're going to be smart, which I would think they should do, and just try to do what they did last year, but just do it better. Pick guys that are hard workers or whatever, that's going to fit whatever Tom Thibodeau wants to do with the Knicks. Yeah, man. So here's something I want to talk about too. Let's say if the Knicks were to sign Anthony Davis, you got what's this guy? Coach Payne, you got Coach Payne over there. That's the Kentucky connection. Then you got Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau has a couple connections as well to a lot of Kentucky people, man. So that one person that I'm talking about is Rondo. So that's something that not a lot of people are talking about because Rondo, they were talking about him going to the Clippers. He wanted like will go to the Clippers, just to stay out there out west. But Rondo doesn't seem to care about where he goes. As he played in Sacramento, he's played with the Pelicans. He's played on all these different places, man. So why not come to New York to go play with Tom Thibodeau? So let's share this, man. We're gonna go to Basketball Reference, and I'm just gonna play myself, and we're gonna talk about the year that Rondo was with the Pelicans. So of course, Rondo was 31 now. I mean, excuse me, 31 then. He's gonna be like 30 freaking 4 at the beginning of next season, man. But he did play a key role with the Lakers winning this championship in the playoffs. He had a really good playoffs. So I could see him coming to the Knicks to help Tom Thibodeau expedite this rebuild or whatever, because we looks like we're close to drafting Kira Lewis, right? So Kira Lewis could be the backup to Rondo, to be that type of thing without having to chop up so much cap space. Now, let's say we got that Kentucky connection, right? Add him to what's the name? Kenny Payne and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis might actually come over. I don't know what his max number is, but I'm quite sure it's very close to 40. He deserves that, being like the best forward in the NBA. So let's say he even gets close to that. He might get close to 40. Knicks can actually do that. And then, we got Julius Randle. Do we keep Julius Randle to play with Anthony Davis because they did it already with the Pelicans? Or do you trade Julius Randle to try to get somebody else? Or maybe try to get some extra cap space or something like that. All this is all possible, man. All these things could happen with free agency. But just look at this, though. He played with DeMarcus Cousins. He still managed to get his 28 points a game with 11 rebounds. And DeMarcus Cousins still was able to get his 25 and 12. So that's interesting, man. DeMarcus Cousins can pass the ball. He plays defense, steals, blocks are there. So I know he came off of Achilles also, man. So that's another guy. If Davis comes over, and we got Kenny Payne there. If Rondo comes over, maybe DeMarcus might come back because these guys actually played well together. What was their record? I know I kind of screwed that up the last episode, but their record was actually 48 and 34, man. So they actually made the playoffs. They won the first round. They got kicked out the second round when they played the Golden State Warriors, which they went on to go to the finals, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this is actually a fun team. They actually had a good time playing with each other, man. So maybe they might be interested in having a semi reunion, with DeMarcus coming, of course, for a cheaper salary because he's been coming off an injury. Anthony Davis, of course, is going to get max, and then Ronald will get veteran minimum as well. So that's something to think about. Then you add RJ to that. Yeah, of course, you got Mitchell Robinson. and whatever, man. We might be able to pick up somebody else as well. So I mean, this kind of that type of thing will kind of expedite things because we're not making trades, we're not giving up any assets with this scenario. We're just using our cap space. So that's my thing. I just want to use what we have. I don't want to make any trades to kind of compromise anything that we have going, currently. I would like to use our draft picks. I don't want to move up or down. Keep the guys that we have. We got 8, we got 27, we got 38. So just draft where we are. Whatever players that we want, just go for who we want. Don't worry about, oh, we should have picked them earlier, or we should have picked them later, or we should have picked that guy. Just pick whoever we think that we want in these spots, and then use our cap space. And then, like, theoretically, we could sign out Anthony Davis. Like paint the picture for him and say, listen, we're gonna bring you in. We're still developing whatever, but then we still have money to get certain guys over here. We have your coach from college, to help you develop into the player that you are now. A lot of these guys are giving these Kentucky guys are giving Kenny Payne all this credit and stuff. So I mean, like, we have all these other developmental coaches too. So I mean, we have a good place to develop something here. So I mean, with Anthony Davis and some of the names that I mentioned, the Knicks could easily make the playoffs. According with the draft picks mixed in with the veterans and stuff like that. That's all good a good environment for winning. So why not? Stranger things have happened, man. So I just think it's interesting with free agency popping in tomorrow at 12, man. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy, man. I know I mentioned in the last episode that the MBK network is gonna be on fire, doing shows all day long. You might catch us early in the morning before the draft. You might catch us not the draft before free agency starts, and definitely at 12 there's gonna be something going on. A little bit later, you got Sim Show next weekly. And in the evening, we got some stuff going on too, man. So just tune in for basketball content. If you're looking to hear stuff about the Knicks, man, tomorrow's the day, man. So yeah, man, this is Evil to Any Star. Just giving you a little insight about what's going on with the free agency. Like I said, I was shocked to see half of these teams with all this free agency money, man. Even Miami just came out of the finals, and they'll have 24 million. That's something that has to do with Dragic's contract, I believe, and some other guys too. That's the reason why their cap number is so high. 24 million, that's a lot, man. They can get some decent help over there, or just use that space to get to pick up some of these dangling stars, man. So the NBA is coming back, man. I know it's I was talking about the Nets in the last episode. It sucks to have so much top talent go to one team like that, but there's a lot of money to be thrown around. There's a lot of good players, man. So there's more than one way to win. And just because one team is saturated with 3 of the top talent of the NBA, possibly, that doesn't guarantee that they're gonna win the whole thing. So I mean, everyone has a shot at it, man. So it's just all about building the way that you can, and just have fun with it, man. So anyway, Evil to Any Star, where am I at? Bam. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking your thumb. Salute. See you guys on the next one. And I got a feeling the next one will be right around the corner. All right. Anyway, peace.